All right. Good evening, participants. Good evening, facilitators. Want to thank God for this again great time we have got to interact freely. I want to appreciate those who attended in the morning and have come back again. Recognize those who have just joined in and were not part of us in the morning. Before we get started, we are going to receive an opening prayer from you. So if there is amongst us, the participants, one who would love to give us an opening prayer, just hit the reaction button and put up your hand. There is amongst us one who would love to give us an opening prayer before we start officially. Hit up the reaction button and raise up your hand. Okay, I'm looking at the list. We're going to start with the opening prayer. Our facilitator, Mr. Okay, thank you. I have Rachel. Rachel, thank you very much for volunteering. I've asked you to unmute. Kindly unmute. Unmute. Rachel. Good evening, Rachel.
Hello, good evening.
Well done, teacher.
Well done, too.
Thank you. May you lead
Let
us
us stand our fellows and pray. God Almighty Father, I want to thank you for this day. One, thank you for the gift of life. One, thank you for every participant and the host and co-host. One, thank you for every good gift you have given to us, Almighty Father. God, we ask you to give us your Holy Spirit, the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of understanding, so that whatever we're going to discuss, we may fully understand the information, analyze it properly, and use it for the benefit of your people. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, teacher Rachel.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Okay. At such a time, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this privilege to invite Teacher Henry to take us through the wrap of this day. Teacher Henry, can you hear me, sir?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ogisha. Good evening, members. Am I clear?
Yes, you're clear.
Okay, good evening, members. It's Henry, the computer guy. It's been a long day. Actually, most of you have tried to do the assignments as we asked you to do. And first of all, I'm going to take you through or to show you some of the people who have actually tried to attempt the assignments that we made in the morning. So let's go to the classroom and we look at some of the work people have tried to attempt. Then we shall continue with our presentation, I think. So let me share my screen. So are we all there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to our class and look at some of the work people have submitted. So this is our classroom. Let's go to the classwork. So this was our assignment. Can click on it and look at it. So remember, we say that we are going to be using a presentation software and internet to create awareness about COVID-19. And some people have already turned in. We assigned 48 people. I've already graded 4 and others are still there. So some people have already attempted the assignment. That means that you also have time, you have a lot of time to attempt this before even the next assignment comes in. So let's look at some of the work people have done. Let's look at these I've graded so far. So we have Kenya, Tony, we have Dukas, we have Joe Elliott, we have Chiza Nobat. So we can try to look at any of these. So let's try to look at Joe Elliott's presentation. Yeah, you'll bear with my internet. It's not all that fine. This is what Mr. Joe tried to do. He was talking about COVID-19. This was his presentation. Let me see how many slides are we having. This is one. So he talked about how he was defining COVID-19, how it is spread, and the prevention and control. So that was his presentation. We can even play it and see how it moves actually, because I've already downloaded it here. I'm going to play it and as well you look at it. So let's open it through PowerPoint. So we can come to the slideshow, then start from the beginning. So when I press the button, that is how it opens up. So he was talking about COVID-19 and he also put his name because we have to know the presenter. Some of you have attempted this assignment, but you never actually put the what? Your name either presented by. So you have to tell the people, the person who is actually attempting the what? Or someone who has done the what? The presentation. So that was specifically for Mr. Elliot. So people have tried to do the assignment. So you can also do this assignment. It's not all that difficult. So we can look at another person.
Henry.
Yes, please.
I'm seeing Mr. Elliot is on. I think that is commendable work. Mr. Elliot, how have you done it? Mr. Elliot, are you able to speak?
Yeah, he's going to help us actually. Mr. Elliot, are you there?
Can you hear me? Yes,
yeah.
I am on. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
The participant and the participant. I want to say how I did it. You know, for anyone to make a good presentation, you have to have the data itself. So since the question was talking about COVID-19, I have to first look for some of the photos I would use to work on my presentation, and then considering what we call the graphics, and then putting our font that can be seen very well. I had to come up with that. I'm not saying it's the best. Then I also developed a small clip at the end of the presentation to summarize whatever I was talking about. That is in the last slide. So that's how I did it.
Henry, I think you can proceed. I just wanted him to just give a quick reaction. Since
Okay, let's look at one other person, then we will continue with our. So we are going to look at this one is a Dorcas. Also try to do the presentation. So this is how the presentation moves. And what I'm seeing here is that actually Dorcas forgot to put presented by. He never put that. So when you look through the work, it is fine actually, just because she forgot to include in the other items. But that's what she also presented or made as a presentation. So now what we are going to do, is there any member who is having a computer and can help us to share and we do this together? Any member who is willing to share the screen with us? Hello? Mr. Rogers?
hey, members, the teachers, we want to, those of you who have not done, or
So
any
we can
member,
pick one person?
if you have logged in with a laptop, don't fear, just volunteer. We shall guide you slowly by slowly. We want you to create the like 5 slides right now as the rest of the members see. If you have I know some people have logged in with the phone, but for better demonstration, anyone who has logged in with a computer, anyone? If there is none, then Henry, you may have to just demonstrate yourself.
Okay. So now we are actually, okay, let me demonstrate. So let's open our presentation. As we said, we're going to come to our start. We look for our programs. Then we are going to look for specifically Office. Then we come to PowerPoint. So there are some templates here. You can actually choose from them, or you can begin from a blank presentation. Then you do something from scratch. So this is our slide, as we said, and it is our page that is going to be holding the content. And onto this slide, we have what we call the placeholders. These are the ones that are going to hold the content you put onto the slide. So that's why you're seeing that telling you to click and add something, add a title, add a subtitle. So now remember, our presentation was all about COVID-19. We can as well try to look for that over the internet, because we said we are going to use internet and our presentation software. So we are going to write our heading, for example, COVID-19. Sorry, my one is not all that fine. Let me copy it here. COVID-19. That is it. So that is it. So we want to define COVID-19, but for example, we are not having the definition in our heads. We can look for that over the internet. So let's look for that over the internet. You're going to come and look for your browser. Let me close this. So you come to Google. So we want to search about coronavirus or COVID-19. So you can as well put it there. What is COVID-19? Then press enter. So they're going to give you some information there. You can scroll through, then you look for exactly what you want. They're telling us that this is a new virus that causes, there are many there. So we can try to copy something from here. If at all you have identified anything that you want to copy. So you can highlight it. Then you right click and say copy. Come to your presentation. Then you can come and paste that there. So this is now our definition that we have got. So if at all you wanted to put any image here, you again come to what we call your Google. You can come up here because we have already put COVID-19, then come to the images. So when you come to the images, you can select the image that you feel you want. Let me copy this one, the first one. So you're going to right click onto that image. You come and save image as. So I'm going to call it, let's say, COVID. And I say, course, save. They're showing me that it has downloaded down here. So I can come here, then I can come and show in folder. So it is going to direct me or take me where that image is. So it is here. I can copy it, right click and copy, then come back to your presentation. Then you can come and right click and say paste. So you can as well put it somewhere. If at all it is having some information that you don't need, you can as well try to crop it by coming aside here, click on crop, then you can as well remove some information you don't want. Let's say you leave that one there. You click aside. So you can put it in the corner. So now, another thing the question wanted us to do, if we go back to our question, We are going to summarize the different ways in which COVID-19 is spread. So how is COVID-19 spread? We come back. So we come back on all, we can look for the answers here. How does coronavirus spread? So we can look for some answers down here again. So they're giving us some of the answers here. We can highlight them, then we can copy. We come back to our presentation. We come and create a new slide, for example. We come back to home, then we come to new slide. Then we can pick the type of slide that we really want to use. So it is going to be a tightened content. So we can say how COVID-19 is spread. Let me first paste here what I've copied. Copy this one here. Is spread. So we can as well put this in the center. We come back to our question. How it can be prevented. So we look for some of the answers. What are some of the preventive measures? So they're telling us there are many here. We can as well highlight them. By the way, let's take even this as the heading. Copy, come back to your presentation. You come and get another slide, tighten content. You come and paste it here. You come back, you look for the answers. Copy. Then you can come and paste them here. So now we are going to separate them. Social distancing, that means that we are going to get different bullets. We press enter. Quarantining, ventilation. So there are different answers. So we are going to be separating them just like that. You press enter. Then the use of face masks and others. Let's assume that these are the ones that we are having. So we can come back and choose some designs. For example, if I told this is what I'm going to talk about, let me choose some designs. I'll come to the designs first of all. Let me see if I can use this. And I can put this one here. Can come back and get some other images actually. We download more. Save as. Save it as COVID-2. Then we click here, show in folder. Then we are going to copy this. We come back to our presentation. How it can be we paste it here. You can enlarge the image for it to be visible. By the way, we say that the theme actually determines the look of your presentation. That's why you're seeing these items have changed. So they have taken the look of the theme that we have used or the design that we have put onto our. So if at all you wanted to increase some size, you can as well come and increase the size because your heading has to stand out. And this is the information we are having. Make it somehow bigger. That is our definition. I think that is slide 1. I think it is done just like that. Come to slide 2. We also need some images here. You go to the internet, you look for them. And as well increase. Can as well increase their size for the audience to see. Can even include some spacing if you feel like you want to put in some more spaces between those answers that you have put there. You can increase the spacing, just like that. You come to this one. You can as well put in some other spacing. Now let's look at how we can insert some of the transitions into our work. This is our slide 1. Remember, we say that transitions, those are effects that occur between 2 or more slides. So as one slide is coming in or going away, there's that transition that will always occur. So we have our first page here or slide. We can come to the transitions. We pick, for example, it is the beginning. I can use a curtain to open for me, just like that. So as it goes to another slide, I can as well also choose this one, just like that. I can go to another slide. I also choose, just like that. So those are some of the transition. That effect that occurs between 2 or more slides is what we call the transition. So we also have the animations. Those are effects that can be applied to images or the text that you're having. So we have this image, we want to give it some motion or some effect, we can as well come and let's say we want to use a floating, it comes just like that. So by the way, this depends on your creativity, the way you want your information to move is the way you will design it. So for example, I want it to spin around. Remember, we said you're not supposed to include many animations because your audience will be driven away from what you're presenting. So you have to put in minimal animations. Let's also give this just like that. We go to the next slide. You also pick the heading. You put a different or any that you feel you want to use. You go to the answers, and remember, any effect you want to apply on a word, you first have to select it. You can split just like that. The next slide, you apply some animations there. You click where your information is or text. Then you can also give the image or the graphic. So now, having done that, we have what we call the slideshow. We want to see how our presentation is actually going to be moving. You're done, you'll have to present it to the audience. It is going to cover the entire screen for the audience to see. So you'll need to go to the slideshow. You can either start from the current or from the beginning of the presentation. Then it will cover the entire screen for the audience to see. Colors can even be changed depending on the theme that you chose. For example, if I chose this, I can as well decide to change some of the colors if I don't need the colors that have come with a theme. So you come to your slideshow, then from the beginning, you start your presentation. And remember now we have not timed it, so that means that it will work on a click. Whenever I click, it will go on changing. Then you explain your information to the audience the way you want. So transitions are there, animations are there. That is the first point. You talk about it, you go to the next, you talk about it, you go to the next, you talk about it. Just like that. So that is it specifically. After your presentation, you press the escape button to take you to the edit or the edit mode. And that is it specifically for how you can create a presentation. There are also other applications we can use. For example, when you look at the themes we are having here, all the designs, they are limited, and some of them are very common. So you can also look for another website that is having some good designs. For example, what we call the slide carnival. And we can also use the Canva to create better and good designs. Let's look at that and see how we can go about it. So you can come and get a new tab here. You go to Google, you type there, slide carnival. You click on it. Then you select, they're telling you slide carnival, best free PowerPoint templates and Google Slides. You click on it. So they're telling you we have the popular searches here. We have those ones for education, science, technology. You look for the ones that you feel you want. Let me say, I want education. I will come to education. Then they're going to provide me with a lot of templates here. That means that you can select a template. You just modify it according to what you want. Let me say I'm going to select this one. You click on it. Then they're telling you that go to preview and even download. So that means that you're going to download a template or a design, then you just include in the information you have with you. So you can also decide, I'm going to download it as PowerPoint or as Google Slides. Let me say PowerPoint. So now it is downloading down here. And I think it is complete. So I'm going to click on it and show. Where is it? It is here. So I can open it now with my PowerPoint. So we give it time to load. So we can enable our editing. Finally, we have our template. That means that we have got the template. We are just going to be including in some of the information we want. So whenever you don't want any slide, you can click on it. For example, I don't want this slide. I can click on it and right click and say delete. Or if I want to reuse a slide, I can even right click on it and say duplicate. So if at all you wanted to use the same for this, so you can as well come and start writing your COVID-19. COVID-19. Sorry, my one is not all that fine. Let me just end on COVID, just like that. So you go to another slide, you type what you want, you go, you modify this information, you just highlight and delete. Then you write what you feel you want to put there. So this is just a template. Another one we can talk about a little about the Canva. You just come to your other browser, a new tab, put there Canva. Canva.com. So when you come here, they're going to provide you some information. What will you design? You can design a presentation, some videos, Instagram, Facebook posts, posters, logos, and flyers. But for us, we needed to design a presentation. I'm going to select presentation. When you come to our presentation here, okay, skip this one. We can skip this. then come back to we have some designs here actually. There are some I've designed so far, and they are always saved on cloud. You don't need to, even if you don't save them on your computer, they will remain into your Canva. Whenever you sign in, remember I've signed in with my email, so you also have to sign in. So whenever you design something, it will remain there. You can reuse it whenever you feel you want to use it. So I will come to, let's say I use this. It requires faster internet. So now we have this. For example, I can rate something here. Just click where you want to rate something. You type there what you want. There are many slides here. For example, you want to go to this, you click on it. You can modify. By the way, we have also the templates here. You click on the templates, they will give you other templates. You can change wherever you feel you want. If you want to include in something which is not in the Canva here, you can come and upload it from the uploads here. Come and upload something, it will just come from your computer, you include it there. So you can also design a good presentation in Canva, and it will always be stored somewhere there, just like that. So that is it for today, I think. I've showed you the slide carnival and the Canva. You can use them to design good presentation. There are just many templates you can work with. You just come and type whichever thing that you want and remove those ones that are actually unnecessary. Mr. Rogers?
Okay, thank you very much, Henry, for that. Yeah, so we saw around 11 teachers.
We can go back to can we go through the presentation a little for those who are not around?
Yeah, what I wanted to show them is something before maybe you come in, and maybe we have facilitators on. And we have a number of facilitators, Mr. Angela, Mr. Morut, Mr. Mukisa, Mr. Isaac.
Okay.
Here, maybe. But what I wanted to show the members within my 5 minutes, a big percentage of our members are using phones. I was doing the time phones are somehow limited, but still you can do something. So let me just take it just a few minutes.
Rogers, your volume.
So Rogers, you're breaking.
I'm breaking.
Yeah.
Maybe my network is not.
The volume is too low, Rogers.
The volume is low and you're breaking.
Is it now fine?
Yeah.
It is now fine. Eh?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think I was touching the mouthpiece. Okay. Okay, maybe before I proceed, let us first, it's always good to hear from the teachers.
Okay.
Let us first get from the 1 or 2 teachers, because I've seen someone has posted here that he has learned a lot. Yeah, maybe I could get one teacher. Anyone who has something, a question, maybe you can get first a question, then you can react. Teachers, is there anyone who has a question or comment at this stage?
Yes.
Hey,
hello?
Okay, these are Mr. Mukisa facilitator. Okay, I was talking of the teachers, the trainees.
Oh, all right.
Okay, let us get Chris.
Yeah, thank you very much. I must say I have liked that presentation. Particularly, I learned how to, when you are in the middle of your presentation, and you are trying to work on a PowerPoint presentation, it is possible to go to Google, to the internet, and get something from there and bring it into the presentation that you are trying to work on. At least I liked that one, and I have learned. I didn't know that it is possible for you to move out of your presentation, you go to the net or go through Google like you did. I learned that one. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let us also hear from Alfred Otima and then Daniel. Alfred? Daniel?
Okay, thank you very much, Rogers. And thank you very much, Henry, the computer guy. I've learned two things also there. I have been limited, I've always been using only PowerPoint from the Microsoft Office. Little did I know that there are even more, even better tools I can use to make presentation. Canva has really come in very well, and Carnival. Thank you very much. And you know, I am a third year. I've been attending all of this, but every time I attend these trainings, I get something new. Congratulations, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, Daniel, thank you. Okay, so members, maybe before Henry, I pass on to you and then get some feedback from the other facilitators. I wanted to share something small to the people who are using, unless if there's another who wants to share that, but let me share. Are you seeing my phone?
Yes.
Okay, so we have some of the members who are, when we are teaching and we're using a computer, they are saying, now for me, I don't even have a computer, what will I do? Yeah, you can be with your phone and you do something. There is actually a movie which I saw where someone did Prison Break, but what he had was just a nail. But he used it to scratch the wall slowly until when he managed to make a very big hole. So you could be having a phone, a small phone, and you do a lot as when compared to someone with a computer. So with a phone, the best app that we have been recommending has been WPS Office. So we have been telling the teachers that please, you can install WPS Office. And you can install it. So here, you should be able to install. So after installing it, you open it. Yeah, so I shared a video in the WhatsApp group showing this process. So I'm not going to do it full, just the way I did in the video, but I was just showing you something. So when WPS Office has many things, click on the plus tool. Let us mute. Admin, please help me mute someone who is having an echo. Okay, so WPS Office, in this training, we are focusing on PowerPoint, but you also need to learn Word because you may need the slides, but also the learners need the notes. So you need to learn Word as well. That is in WPS known as Doc. Yeah, so, but since it is Word is the most common application for which people learn, we have not focused it on a lot, but you should be able to use the skills. So this is WPS Office, just like Henry did. Here also we have some templates which are there, which you can start with if you don't want to start from scratch, because here you can get started and you can modify the design. For example, there is this one called graduation training record. There are very many. So I can click on any of those and then I say use now. So it will download to my computer. So WPS also has some of these templates within them, and it will come with a number of slides here. This one has 27 slides. If I'm to just go to, so this one has about 27 slides that are here. Yeah, so if I'm to come here and I start typing about my COVID-19, so you just need, just like the way you learned any other application on your phone, please, you take time and use these controls. You click on a slide, you click on the next slide, it has a title. And there are some concepts, here we're just telling you, but there are some concepts like putting your title name. So for example, here I can say by Rogers. So you can be able to, if it is a class, a lesson, maybe chemistry, you can say chemistry, a lesson by teacher, so and so. So the slides are here, you can delete, you can, with a phone, you just touch like this, and then you'll see an option for delete, or for copy, or for what. So you can delete all these other options here. Then adding content, this side, there is an option of adding on the left. You can add picture, you can add the text box, you can add the table. So depending on what you want to do. So I can say I want to add the table, and then I say I wanted to add a table of, and it will put for me a table. So please, we don't have much time. We actually session have only 20 minutes left. Yeah, so I'm not going to go full photo, but please, these options here for inserting. If you want to insert something from the internet, remember, let us mute. You still go to, you open a browser, there is Chrome. So let me just try to go to Chrome. For example, I have Chrome here. So I'll go and I open a new tab and I search about COVID, how COVID is spread. And I'll get information about how COVID is spread. When you're searching the internet, please look at where you're getting the information. The website also matters because you may get from a blog which is not authentic. So I touch, and then after that, I move like this, and then I copy. So we should have that skill. We should have that skill of copying information from the internet, and then we come to our slide here, and then you touch again, and then you paste. So you see, I've pasted my information. If I'm to insert a picture, the same story. I come here, I insert. If I want to insert picture, I can be able to insert whatever I want. Transitions are here, just like they are in the other one. Transitions are here, so you should be able to apply them accordingly. Yeah, so basically that is that. And I'm now going to play. If I want to play my presentation, I'm going to just come here and I say play. And it is going to go to full screen. Henry, are you able to see my presentation?
Yes,
Hello?
we can see.
Yes, I can see it well.
Hey, so I just wanted to inspire teachers that they can do this. And let me end here on that. If we have any supplements from other facilitators, and then we shall be wrapping up by talking about Edify at the end. Yeah, so that is what I wanted to say.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
This is Mukisa. Hello.
Yes, Godfrey.
Now, when we are teaching us slides, I saw Henry get templates, but most of our colleagues are using the Office 2007. Is it in Office 2010, 13? So those versions, there are some that don't have the templates. Those templates you're getting. So I also.
We have got the templates on the internet.
You got them from the internet, eh?
Yeah.
Right, and the other thing is, members, there are some questions they are asking, but if they can get some questions that are simple, if you can get one of the facilitators and you message privately, he can also support you. Let's not just sit there and say maybe just trust like Henry Rogers. We are a number of us as admins in WhatsApp group. Just send a message and say this one has failed. Maybe it's just just telling you what to do. Like some people are getting stuck with get stuck with the submitting. So please text. Thank you.
Thank you, Godfrey. Any other facilitator, if you have anything to say, then we have around 15 minutes. You can have any tip on creating slides or anything you want to supplement.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes, Henry. Henry, you mute one device. Mute one device, please.
I'm asking you to.
Yes. Okay, meanwhile, as you mute your device, we have two hands here. Let us get them, and then we shall be wrapping up on how to submit work and also on our sponsors. Alfred Otima. And the Faith.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, facilitators. It's fine with me. I think I've learned a little bit of something very new that we are not yet gotten to learn. Switching from the carnival to the presentation, maybe from the PowerPoint to the office section of it, then the rest. My question is, this is my first time. I'm just here today. I wanted to know how I can get to the side of assignments, because this is, I'm seeing Zoom, then how am I going to get the notes, and maybe how can I attempt my assignment? Are we using Canvas? Are we using Edify as a platform for e-learning where we can get our assignments? That section I don't have, and also I'm not yet in the group of the WhatsApp group. Maybe I'm lacking that. And again, are we going to get some of this communication on mails, or we are going to rely on just this side of Canva, e-learning invites and maybe WhatsApp? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much for the question. I have sent a link to the WhatsApp group. Let us know, please, if you have finished speaking. Okay, I've sent a link to the WhatsApp group. Please join that WhatsApp group. That's where we are supporting mainly. But email, we have been lazy at sending emails because some of the members, we just had the phone numbers, we never had the emails. Yeah, but I'm going to send out some emails, some mailing list. We have a mailing list that you can join. And I'm going to send a recap of today with the video, the 2 training sessions, and a link for tomorrow on email as well. This night I'm going to send. Yeah, but we are having a WhatsApp group. Please make sure you join the WhatsApp group. It's what we are using to give one-on-one support. Now, concerning how to submit work, we are having what you call Google Classroom. So far, I've seen more than 50 people, I think, have joined the Google Classroom. Let me hope you are hearing me. Are you hearing me, members?
Yes, please.
Okay, so members, we shall be looking at Google Classroom in detail, but for now, we want you to learn how to use it as a student. So you will go to your phone and you search for Classroom. This is something that we want you to be learning from the start, so that by the time we cover it in detail, you will be already at another step. So you search for Classroom. It is an app, the way you install WhatsApp. Then you open it. Then when you open it, you will not see anything. Like for me, I'm seeing here, you will not see anything. So you will just come and click on plus down here, and then you say join class. So there is a class code that you will have to enter there. We have been sharing that class code in the WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group, which I have told you to join. We have a WhatsApp group here, and members, we have been sharing the class code. It is actually also on our schedule. It is there on the training schedule for this particular cohort. Yeah, so on the program, you will see that particular class code. I don't know anyone who can tell me the class code. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So the class code is in the WhatsApp group. We have been sharing it all along, and also we have been sharing the link Yeah, it is here. You can actually, there's a link in the WhatsApp group. The last bit on this link, the VMUJXHZ is the class code. You can even just touch this after installing Google Classroom. You open it with the Classroom. It will automatically open and it will take you to the class. So this class is where you will find the work. So I've seen someone here has posted work. That is Peace, Rachel. You have posted the work in the wrong place. Here, no one is going to mark the work. When you are posting your work, don't just come here and you post work here. No, you are posting it in the stream. Always go to Classwork, and then you find the module where the assignment is. That's where you're supposed to submit the work from. Yeah. So so that is this is something that teachers you were supposed to look at. Okay, I think here I'm a teacher in these classes. Let me switch to a learner. Okay, so members, learn this Google Classroom. So when you come here, you click on Classwork, and then you'll find the work. You'll be able to turn in your work from here. You'll be able to turn in your work from here. Here I'd already submitted, so you should be able to add work. You'll see an option of add work. And then from there, you can be able to click on upload, and then you choose, you go to where if you use WPS Office, you scroll down, you'll find WPS Office. If it was on your memory flash disk, you should be able to find work. So for example, here I can say COVID awareness, and then I upload it there. So from there, you turn in. That's how we have been turning in using the mobile app. Yeah, so we are going to give you support in the WhatsApp group. Join the WhatsApp group. We are going to send you a video. There's already a video showing this process in detail. So all you need is, in brief, install the Google Classroom app. And it is under this Classroom that you will be able to submit your work. Then join the WhatsApp group to help in that regard. Yeah, maybe finally, as before I go down, I just wanted to talk about let me just talk about this again at once, and then I'll turn over to the members to wrap up, and we have our closing prayer. So I want to talk about our sponsors. That is Edify Uganda. Many of you are joining this for today. You don't know about this program and how it is running. So Edify is an organization which focuses mainly on education and schools, but it is started by Christians, and they thought of the mission of improving sustainable Christ-centered, to improve and expand sustainable Christ-centered education globally. So improve and expand. That means that they don't start their own schools. They just go and they get a schools which are struggling, schools which are starting for private enterprises. And then they help them. They help them in many ways. They help them with the loans. They have something that what they do. Yeah, so I'm going to be sending you this link of Edify, please. You try to read more about them. And we are also going to be interesting you members. Those of you who are not from schools which are not Edify partner schools, we are going to be sending you a link for you to consider to become partner schools with Edify, so that you and your teachers are part of these programs which are going on. Edify has just started in Uganda. Now it's around 2 years, but they have a big vision. By 5 years' time, they will have created a big impact. So the things that they do is training, loan capital, and education technology. Those are the three main things that they focus on. They do the trainings on business training. They train the school owners so that they can run the businesses and the schools well. Schools are a business, otherwise they can collapse. They give them loans so that the schools can continue running, and also they support education technology because they believe education technology can enable learning and improve the quality of education. Yeah, so for us as Itau, this is Edify. we also have what called ITAU, the ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. We are the ones whom you are talking with here on a daily. We are partners with Edify. So if you go to the internet and you also search for ICT Teachers Association of Uganda, you will come across our website. The members you see here, Henry the computer guy, Ogwal Isaac, Njala Charles, Stephen Dumba, we are part of the ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. And we were contacted by Edify to be able to support and do the trainings. Yeah, so Edify supports us with the funds and makes us to be able to run. Yeah, so basically, we also have what called the Christian School Owners Association, which mobilizes the schools, the Christian schools in Uganda, and helps them to be part of these programs. Yeah, so today was introduction, and the things you are supposed to look at were the slides, and also you were supposed to look at to know about the program. Yeah, so the Christian School Owners Association also has a website, nakshu.org, and we have been running some classes for learners, free Zoom lessons. They have been going on since July, and we have a lot of experiences to share with you from this particular program. So for today, let me end here. We shall be adding on this. Let me end here, and I pass on as we are going to be wrapping up. I don't know if there is a facilitator who can wrap up and we have a closing prayer. But for me, I think that is good enough for now. Tomorrow, Mr. Ogwal, are you able to unmute?
Yes,
what do we have in stock for tomorrow? I have been here seeing your banner here. I don't know, what do we have in stock tomorrow?
Just as the banner is saying, we shall be looking at how we can create our videos. Then we shall learn how we can have our videos uploaded onto our YouTube channel.
Mr. Rogers? Hello.
Yes, proceed.
Yeah. Yes. I've attended the meeting while preparing for tomorrow's session. So tomorrow we shall be looking at how we can create our videos and then go on and share our videos with our friends. And in the process of sharing, we shall be learning how we can get these videos reach as many viewers as possible, and that will take us to uploading the videos to YouTube. I don't want to empty my presentation this evening, so members can join for details tomorrow. That's all I can say about tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much. Henry, you had something to say to wrap up? Henry, there is something, as if you wanted to say something. You can thank the members and you wrap up and we close the session. Okay, Henry.
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Hey, you wrap up and thank the members for the session.
I just wanted to show them a little how they can also use Canva on their phones.
But our time is up. That one, maybe you'll share them, you'll create a video, we shall share in the WhatsApp group.
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
We shall share about that in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Okay, Henry is unable. Okay, Mr. Ogisha, I think you are the one who's
now back.
All right. I want to thank all the participants who attended this evening. We want to also thank the facilitator for the day. Thank you very much, Teacher Henry, for the guidance and the knowledge you have really given to the participants and to all of us today. Thank you, Rogers, and the rest of the facilitators who have really been close and active helping the participants here live in the session and in the WhatsApp group. Now, we are going to break, we're going to end here, but want to encourage you, like you attended today, to also appear again in the morning at exactly 8. Please keep time because we really also stop at 9. So let us utilize our 1 hour effectively. That said, we shall ask one of the participants to lead us through the closing prayer. Great thanks to Madam Rachel. Great thanks to Elliot for leading us through the prayers through this day. I'll ask any other person to also volunteer. You can raise up your hand. I'm looking at already the participant list. I will choose you immediately to give us a closing prayer as we wrap up our day 1 session. The participant list. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, Teacher George. Teacher George, with due respect, I would ask you to unmute. Kindly tap on mute. Well, I can see you. Thank you. Could you therefore take us through a closing prayer, sir?
Let us pray and we wind up. So let us humble ourselves and pray. Dear loving Father, we want to thank you for this time that, Father, you have given us to share your word through this session, King God, Father. You have enabled us, Father, to go through each and everything that, Father, we have learned. Equip us with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in each and everything, Father, we have learned today. We'll be able to implement it in our schools and even in our daily life, King God, Father. We continue praying that as we are going to rest, King of Glory, Father, keep us and cover us under your precious blood, King of Glory, Father. We pray for the tomorrow's session that put them under your consideration, that your Holy Spirit reign over each and everything, King of Glory, Father. We thank you and we bless you in Jesus' Father prayed. Amen. May the grace
of our Lord Jesus
Amen. Amen.
I love God and Spirit do with us all more. Amen.
Amen. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
There is the registration link in the chat. If you have not yet registered, please you give us feedback. You fill in that form and give us feedback. The registration, it is there in the chat, please. Yeah, also the WhatsApp group, there's someone who was asking for the WhatsApp link. Please, it is there as well. You touch it to join the WhatsApp group. Okay, I think I'm going to end the session. Members, have a good night.